Let's go over how to make some of the strongest spells that you can craft customizably in Oblivion Remastered. But first, before I go over all my favorite broken spells you can craft, if you can, follow. Trying to hit 100k followers and it's much appreciated. You could always unfollow later. Now, the first spell that every great mage needs is you need to make a Fortify Intelligence 100 points that lasts 4 seconds, a Fortify Magicka on self that lasts 100 points that lasts 4 seconds, and a Drain Magicka on self that lasts 4 seconds. Pair this up with a ring or necklace that drains magicka. You could spam this spell an unlimited amount of times and it's going to keep increasing your magicka every time. I'll show you here. Now my magicka's at 389. I use it again. My magicka's at 415. Desired amount of time. I'm at 3,600 magic. That's perfectly fine for me. Allow your timers in the bottom left to run down completely. Immediately equip that ring of drain magicka. And now you can see my number is no longer negative. That is my official magicka. I can wait an hour, and now I have 3,000 magicka. Now let's get into the spells that are actually broken. That was just to pregame you to use them as much as you want. What I like is paralyze. Set it to 1 second because it actually doesn't matter. And if you have a lot of magicka, bring the area up to like 20 or something. And make sure it's on touch. So it has a 20-foot range, it lasts 1 second, and it's on touch. What's so strong about this spell is it costs such little magicka you could just spam it on the enemies, like this poor innocent mud crab, and they won't be able to attack because they're paralyzed, and you have AoE, so it'll affect enemies within 20 meters, and you can just spam it over and over again since it costs so little, making the spell extremely strong since it costs no magicka to just kill as many enemies as you need. This next spell I call free loot. You're going to want to add frenzy with a 10-foot range on target with a 20-second timer and invisibility on self for as long as you can. I do 120 since I have a lot of magicka. And then head to somewhere like Roxy's Inn. This is how you can get tons of free loot with this spell. Once you have this loot, you can come into this place that has a ton of high geared enemies. Activate this spell on somebody. It'll make you invisible, but make them all attack each other. You can activate it on multiple people if you want, and they will all fight each other and kill each other, and you can go to the dead bodies and loot them completely for free, because technically it's not stealing since they just died in battle. I like to call vendor. You want to make a Fortify Personality on self, 100 magnitude, 2 seconds, Fortify Mercantile on self, 100 magnitude, 2 seconds, and then Charm on target, 100 points for 3 seconds. This one, head to any vendor you want, cast it on them, immediately open the chat, and you'll be able to barter for the best prices as well as haggle extremely high prices to low ones because you have them charmed and you have max of those 2 skills, so you'll be able to buy stuff extremely cheap. This is especially good if you're doing alchemy or want to buy a bunch of materials for something. Now these are the best spells I know of that I like to use in my playthroughs, but I want to know in the comments the best spells you guys know how to make and what they do.